Hi guys, Goyle got you here bringing you another gameplay video. Today I'm actually bringing you a different game. I'm not playing Call of Duty, I'm not playing Black Ops, I'm playing Destiny. Destiny is kind of the brainchild of the Halo creators, which is Bungie Studios. And it's very similar to Halo in the sense that it's based in space. It's based on all these different alien races fighting against Guardians. Kind of the heroes of the story. You've got three different types. You've got Titan, Warlock and Hunter. I play as a Hunter. Hunter is kind of like a more maneuverable, aggressive, tactical kind of player. And then you've got Titans, who I despise, who have stupid features like, you know, the point of the Titan is, the word Titan means strong, powerful. So they've got all these shields, they've got these bubble shields, they've got the real loser stuff. Like, it's really loserish. Like, I can't stand playing against them. For example, my special ability will be a golden gun that I can whack out 3 shots. I can get 3 instant kills, which is fine. But Titans will have a bubble which will protect them for like 1 fucking minute. Like 1 minute, like that. I really enjoy Destiny. Destiny's been out for about 2 years. I started playing it originally. It's a really grindy game, and they changed it of, I don't know, maybe a year ago, maybe 6 months ago, so that the level progression, the light progression isn't as hard as it was. I gave up on the game because I'm not into grindy games, and it just took so long to get to where I wanted to be. I just gave up. That changed, got a bit bored of Black Ops, so boom, I'm playing Destiny. What I'm actually playing here is Skirmish. Skirmish is 3v3. It's kind of like Search and Destroy, except it's not round based. Destiny does have a similar game type, Trials of Osiris, which is 3v3 round based. It's very enjoyable. This is essentially similar, and it's kind of practice. You can revive teammates, but there's 3v3. The way Destiny works is that all guns are like random drops, or you got to do quests to be able to get them. And there's, I don't know how many guns, but there's hundreds and hundreds of varieties, believe me. Some are good, some are bad. Some are good against like bots, which are computer generated things, which people call PvE, which is player versus enemy. Then you've got PvP, which is player versus player, which is multiplayer, which I'm playing now. You're playing against another person who is real, not AI. Been putting quite a lot of time into this game this past month. I know the new DLC's come out for Black Ops 3, and I have played some of that. I'm happy to make a video about some of it, but always gets to this time of year, August, September, where the new Call of Duty's been out nearly a year, and people are a little bit bored. People are trying to look for new stuff to play. So I already had Destiny, so it made sense for me to just spend the extra 12 quid to get the expansion packs. There's all the stuff that I haven't played. But one thing I've noticed about Destiny is that I'm becoming a pretty beastly sniper. The sniper on this game is kind of similar to old Halo sniping. Very steady sight. The optics are very steady in the sense that on Call of Duty there's weapon sway, so when you're looking down the sights, it's literally swaying left to right, and you either have to hold your breath to steady it, or you have to, like a real shooter, pick your timing. You know, it's all shooting's all about timing. It's when that crosshair's on your enemy. This sort of game, is the crosshair's like still, which means I can snipe extremely well. One thing about this game that makes sniping a little bit more tricky is it's a headshot. To get a one-shot kill, you need a headshot. It takes 2 to 3 to the body and 3 to 4 to the legs and arms. So you're going for that one-shot kill all the time. And I must say, I'm getting pretty darn good at it, and I'm literally stocking clips to try and make like a Destiny montage. I don't see many Destiny montages, so I figure I may as well give it a go. And that's about it for Destiny. That's all I really want to do, is give you a brief synopsis of what it is. What I actually want to talk about today is something that a lot of people keep asking me, and it's how's the weight loss going? And I think in one sense it's fairly obvious. I've still been doing well. I have the same eating regime. I've even learned to treat myself more than I used to. I used to have like one cheat day, and that's what a lot of my friends who are into health and fitness and eating regimes and working out do. They tend to have the one cheat day where they eat practically what they want. I wasn't doing that to start with because I'm not really into exercise, and the reason I got big in the first place, as I said in my previous videos, is that I'm not really into it, so I find it hard. I don't mind being active, but to go out and just deliberately exercise for no reason other than exercise and fitness. I just find that hard and boring unless I've got someone to do it with. I struggle with the motivation with that, and with eating I don't, you know, I've got it down. So what I was doing initially is I wasn't having any cheat day. I figured as I'm not training and I'm not working hard, that I don't deserve a cheat day. You know, I'm not going to be able to work what I've just eaten off. And it took me a little while to get out of that mentality, and it really just took experience. What I mean by experience is experience of eating, and that sounds silly, a silly thing to say. You know, I've got 29 years of experience in eating, but I haven't got 29 years of healthy eating for 1 year. And what I've noticed in that 1 year is that I'm a lot more in tune with my body. Certainly how it feels on things like carbohydrates, sugars and proteins. I know the different feelings. I've started going down to meat 2 to 3 times a week, pretty much 2 times on average, and it tends to only be chicken. Other than that, I'm just eating like mushrooms and vegetables to kind of make up my protein. And one thing I've noticed from that is that when I eat a big meal, I've always liked to feel full, which again is another notch which got me big in the first place, is that I don't just like to eat portion sizes, I like to eat until I'm physically full. I don't know why, it's just me. So when I've been eating the vegetarian stuff, or you know, a lot less meat, I've noticed that afterwards, even though I feel full, because I like to eat until I'm full, I don't feel that sluggish digestive feeling that you get from feeling your body digesting something tough like meat. And meat is really tough. I'm not anti-meat here. I'm 100% not anti-meat. I'm not pro-vegetarian or pro-vegan or any of these other stupid buzzwords and labels. Like, this is a rant for another day, but people who specifically have an eating regime and give it a name and call themselves something. I mean, what is wrong with people? Why do people constantly want to label themselves so that you know that they're a vegan or they're a vegetarian or they're a Christian or whatever other labels there are? I mean, it really gets on my nerves. Eat what you want, eat however you want, and just get on with it. Don't brag about it. Don't make it into a thing. I'm not a vegetarian. I've gone down to meat twice a week. If I don't have meat for a month, I'm not a vegetarian. I'm just Rob Mattingly. I have my eating. I eat what I want when I want, whether that's meat or not. Like, I don't have to have some sort of mental ideology about everything I do, and that's what it seems to me personally with vegans and vegetarians, is that it becomes an ideology, just like religion. I'm not down with that. Like, if one day you've got to eat meat because there's nothing else, eat some meat, get over it. I mean, we're humans who have to survive. That's about as far as I've got to say on that. But in terms of my own health and well-being, gone down to meat 2 times a day, and as I said, I'm more in tune with my body. When I eat sugars, I feel the rush, and when I was young, I never used to feel the sugar rush. I wouldn't consciously feel the sugar rush, I suppose, is probably more apt for me to say. I remember people saying as kids, like they'd have a Coca-Cola and they'd bouncing off the walls. I never felt like that until now. And now, if I have chocolate or if I have something sweet, then I feel it and my legs start shaking and my arms are moving, and I just need to use that energy that I didn't feel I had to use before. And that's probably because I've cut down on sugar so much. I mean, I don't really touch much sugar apart from my cheat days when I might have a bar of chocolate, I might have some actual sweets. I'm not too into sugars anymore. Like, I cut soda and fizzy drinks out of my life a long time ago. And energy drinks was another big vice of mine at university, especially things like Monsters, Relentless. Used to drink shit tons of the stuff. And now, you know, I haven't touched that stuff in 2 years, and I had one maybe 6 months ago. I can't quite remember the timeline. It was a while ago, and it disgusted me. It was horrible. It made me feel ill in the sense of how much caffeine and sugar was pulsing through my body, and glucose and all the other crap that's in those things. But again, I'm not trying to preach. You want to drink Monster, drink Monster. I don't care if you drink Monster. I don't care if you're overweight and eat X, Y, and Z. I mean, that's you. As long as you're happy, then you're happy. And that's all that's important. All I will say is that when I was bigger, and I thought I was happy, and I thought I felt good, and I thought I felt this, it wasn't until I got down to this size, which I'm exactly 12 stone now, by the way. I've been exactly 12 stone for around 3 months now, so I've definitely plateaued out. Kind of almost lost as much as I'm going to lose without doing the next step, which is like heavy and hard exercise to sort of tone up and that. I mean, I literally don't mind how I look. I've never, people who know me know I've never really had the confidence to rock these sort of tops. I've never had the confidence to wear vests. Never really liked wearing t-shirts. I always covered up, and you notice a lot of big people will wear big jumpers, big coats, big hats, big trousers, baggy this, baggy that, because they think that it hides it. And I was like this. I thought that it hides it. You know, people can't tell that you've got man boobs if you've got a big thick jumper on. And to some extent it does cover it, there's no doubt about it. Certain angles, certain lights, certain colours do pronounce man boobs, do pronounce bellies, do pronounce your size more than others, certainly in your head and your own mirror. So it's been a long time since I can comfortably walk around and things like this, and it's brilliant for the summer because I'm someone who really struggles in the heat, can't stand it. So I have to admit that the feeling of liberation from just like taking your top off, or that feeling good about how you look, I mean, I can't really describe how liberating that feels. I mean, it literally feels like I'm France on D-Day and I've been liberated by the Allies. And everything is new, you know, it's like a new world to me. Walking about, right? I've always kind of been into walking. I've always been outdoorsy. Been to walking. I've always been into the sort of outdoorsy stuff. Like that was always been my exercise. Is just going for a walk, going out, or going out with a purpose. But I feel the less weight on me when I walk about, when I'm lifting things, when I'm going up the stairs. It's not so much breathlessness. It's the feeling of how much lighter I am. Like, I'm trying to... Anyone who's into vehicles, cars, fast cars, what happens when you strip out the seats and you strip out the heavy metal and the dashboard and that gets quicker? You know, it's lighter, it's more manoeuvrable. That's kind of how I feel. I feel more manoeuvrable, I feel lighter, I feel like I could run away from the boogeyman pretty quickly if I had to, whereas before I'm probably going to be the person pushed into the boogeyman and killed. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I was never really vain enough to let how I look rule my life, but obviously I'm human and there's some vanity inside of me. Everyone likes to look good, everyone wants to look good. I mean, I think that's kind of general around the board, and it's really what looks good is just what your own ideology of looking good is. That's all it is. Some people think larger people look good, some people think skinny people look good, some people think muscly people look good. Some girls and boys hate the muscly look. I mean, personally, on girls, I like a girl with a good physique, but I don't necessarily like them with like super toned six-pack, cut arms, cut legs. It's a bit too much for me personally, but other people love it. You know, the beauty of humans is that there is something for everyone, quite literally. I mean, if I come up with an opinion, no matter how wrong or right it is, there's going to be some in my corner and some outside of my corner, and then there's going to be some in the middle. It's just the way life works. That's about all we've got time for today, guys. I'm really just trying to introduce you a little bit of Destiny footage. If you enjoy the Destiny stuff that I'm putting up, I can put more up. And I wanted to give you a little update about me, a little update about Rob, about Goyle, what's going on, what's happening. I'm looking good, I'm feeling good, and I'm happy. It's summer. Let's all have a good time. Enjoy the rest of the summer for anyone who's in the Northern Hemisphere. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. See you later, guys. Bye.